know I didn't want to stay anymore. He said, I want to be a real boy. So he went off to do school, be normal.
You know, it's got to be demanding to do that many shows a week at such a young age, but
yeah.
You know, you do have the kids that have the passion to drive. And I know, you know, all of you, you're all studying music theater, right? You have the passion to drive. You think you don't do 8 shows a week?
They love it. They never get tired of it. And they do school as well on their day off. And I remember being like that when I was their age too. If you don't want to do it, then no. And you know it's not them being pushed into doing it. They love it.
Well, here's a question for all of you. Who here wants to be a performer?
Really?
Who here wants to be a doctor? How about a lawyer? An architect? An engineer? Scientist? Musician? It doesn't matter what you want to be. You will always have a home in the Broadway community no matter what you want to do. Performers use doctors. Performers and people that are in the industry, they need architects if they're going to build a home somewhere. They need an accountant. They need a lawyer. They need a scientist that's going to cure, you know, maybe a sickness that they have. It doesn't matter what you do. You are all going to be part of the industry if you want to be so. And because you already have the passion for the arts and for the theater, then just strive for whatever your goal is and let us be a part of your journey. That's definitely one of the coolest things that we can, you know, provide for you.
Yeah. We can always give back to anyone's life too, hopefully that it's for everyone.
And all of
it's a
you
way
too.
to sustain things.
All of you too in the social field. Over there at Periscope. Alright, so we're going to play a game right now, okay?
Okay.
It's 10 silly facts.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, what's your favorite food?
Oh, sushi.
Good. 2, what's your favorite drink?
Sadly, it's Prosecco. I drink too much.
You'll find out when you're 21.
I'm just quick. Pellegrino.
Number 3, what's your favorite place to go on vacation?
Oh, I just went to St. Thomas. That's now my favorite. Been to Cuba. That was pretty cool.
4, favorite book?
Well, every book I'm reading is my favorite. I like The Purpose-Driven Life. That's one of my favorites. It's changed my life a lot. That was like 10 years ago. I've got so many books I'm reading. They're all my favorite. Purpose-Driven Life. I just use that one.
Favorite singer?
Right now it's Stephanie Gretzinger.
Anyone know Stephanie Gretzinger?
Oh, Brooke Fraser, she's my favorite as well.
Favorite movie?
Interstellar. I'm a science fiction nut. I want to be in a space movie.
Football or soccer?
Has to be football because my dad, English football, because my dad is Evertonian and he loves it. I love to see him happy. And he wants me to be an Evertonian too.
Here's the catch-22 one. London or New York City?
New York City. Oh. That's not catch-22. I left for a reason. I do want to go back, but it just was an amazing thing to leave a lot of stuff behind. I had to keep growing. I felt like I wasn't doing well there, so I was really happy that to move and have a new lease of life that I love it. I think if I went back, I'd be a different person now. Kind of want to go back with this show. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll see. It would be really nice to take this show that I've enjoyed so much to the English audience and help it be great there. Because it's going to change a lot too. And I want to help it change even more so. And for English audience, so different from American audience, so I want to do that process to them with them.
Sure. Number 9, favorite store to go shopping?
Oh, Intermix. It's like all the most expensive designers in one place. You can't ever buy enough.
Yeah.
I love that shop.
And number 10, your favorite Broadway musical ever?
To watch?
Sure.
Ever. Does it have to be Broadway?
West End.
It could be West End as well. Your favorite musical?
I have to say, my favourite thing I've ever seen is Faust by the Punch Drunk Theatre Company. I went 13 times, and it was an immersive theatre experience. It's the story of Faust, and you can follow any character. That has by far got to be the biggest influencing creative thing I've ever been a part of to go there.
For those of you who don't know what Punch Drunk is an interactive theater company that has now come over to the United States as well, and they've done events such as Sleep No More, or things like Sleep No More.
They were part of inspiring Sleep No More, and they are, I think they're working on something else now, but Faust, I really wish they'd bring Faust over and I want to be in it.
Yes.
I had a moment, I'd gone 13 times, and everyone was supposed to be downstairs, and I somehow stumbled across, there's always secret rooms and secret moments. The story was never the same, and I stumbled across this room filled with knitting that I'd never seen before, and this old grandma was in there, and this old grandma, just me and her, she gave me sweets and she told me a story. I just started crying. It was one of the most beautiful moments. And there's another moment when I was in the middle of this room filled with oak trees, and there was a shed in the middle of the room. It was all inside, but they made it look like an oak forest with snow, and there was a shed, and the soundtrack was going, and I was completely alone. And this soldier stumbles towards me, and he's supposed to be a ghost. I only found out later, and he whispers, "Where's my sister?" in my ear, like right close, and I was like freaking out. That's what immersive theatre is. It's unbelievable. And that's what they got at Sleep No More. Sleep No More is a little bit adult for some of you, but it's quite something, that whole... And Queen of the Night did it here, and they also included amazing food too. So I can't wait for the next immersive theatre experience. I'm excited about that.
Well, I heard rumors that they're going to be doing Broken Down Sweeney Todd, and it's me in Mrs. Lovett's Bakery, and you get to go experience and explore.
Who said that?
I'm not telling.
Is it the same team as Queen of the Night?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I get in that.
I know, it's good. So guys, we have time for a couple more questions before you guys can come up and say hello and take a photo and everything like that. So let's try and keep it to like 5 or more. So who has a question? It can be silly, it can be, it can be left, right, up, and down. Let's see, anyone?
Yes, going back to the challenges in film and on the stage, because character development and even your voice is different than when you're on the stage, because you're getting so dramatic with whatever character you are. You're speaking to tons of people, unlike film, where it's getting recorded and all the other stuff. So how does that process go?
Are you an actor?
Yes.
Are you trying to decide between whether you want to do film or theatre?
Yes.
Okay, the answer is both. Do both. And see what doors open. Push them, knock on them, and then they open. See which avenue is best for you. And then you can always cross over. If you just go for everything, audition for everything, and you learn in that process of auditioning and pushing these doors, which is a direction you might want to go in. And you have a lot of freedom in this age that we're in to make your own films and to start creating your own short films and stories and getting them out there. And so you have an in by making them now. You don't have to wait to start creating your own projects with your friends, even like, let's make a movie. Let's do a short movie. Let's start with one scene and then see where it goes. And you have an in doing that. And then if it's good enough, you post it, everyone can comment. They've got Kickstarter projects, so you already have an in now. But if you want to also go into musicals, that you can learn any way of speaking or vocal training, or like you also go to teachers. Like I just had private coaches. I never went to stage school. My parents could never have afforded it. But a woman gave me an opportunity to see her every week, and she trained me. Look for opportunities like that. Like say, I just want to learn. There's always someone who wants to teach. And someone with a good heart will want to teach you whether you can afford them or not. Like, I've known amazing teachers who would have helped me back in the day, and she certainly did. She gave me free lessons. So grab chances to learn. Look for people to teach you. Ask the questions, because you never know when it's going to open the door.
That's a great thing.
But it looks impossible. You have to, and that means, someone said to me, if you think that you shouldn't be qualified to be in a certain avenue world, if there's something that you think should disqualify you, it's the very reason why it might work for you, why it might happen. You'll be unique. You've got to use the voice in your head that says, you're never going to make it because blah, blah, blah. Say, I'm the one that's going to make it because of blah, blah, blah. Let your weaknesses be your actual strengths.
let your weaknesses be your actual strength. It can't hurt everyone. As we were saying before, never say no. Use that no, which you think is a weakness, turn it into a yes, or I'm going to try, and let that be your strength, no matter what you do. Especially when we go upstairs for Matilda later on. Trust me, you'll see why. It's going to be a lot of fun, but you're in for a treat with that one. Okay, we have time for a couple more questions. You have one, right, bud?
Yeah. How were you at different accents and stuff like that?
My American accent needs work, actually.
I've
I'm always
actually
being
heard it.
told that.
It was great. You did it
I've
that
done
one
American
day.
a lot in different jobs, you have to do it. And the first accent I did was Louisiana when I was 17. You have to do it if you're from Britain, you have to do American accent. It's all like that. So I've done it, but it's only when you get here and you have to do it in front, I had to do an Arkansas accent in front of 12,000 people every night. Then you get scared to get it right. You know, people are thinking all night, where's she from? So I work on it.
Do you have the Brooklyn one down at least?
Anything generic.
Anyone else? Okay.
I know you mentioned starting in theater when you were 11 years old, and how exactly did it start? Who introduced you, really?
My brother looked in a paper. It was called the Isle of Wight County Press. It was an audition for A Christmas Carol for him. He went, he got the job. I saw him on stage. I was like, I want to do that too. He was younger than me. I was like, I want to do that too. And then I told them, and they're like, okay, you can be in this new show. You just have to audition. You have to do this song, see if you can sing it. I had to sit, I sang my song in front of everybody. First song I had to sing was awful, but it was called It's Horrible Being in Love When You're 8 and a Half. That was my first ever song. I had to sing it to my brother. Anyway, that was from so I just got in there that way. But you can apply to any local theatre group and you can audition. There's always youth theatre groups. There's always a way in to something that's performing in a group, and then there's another way into something else from that. So just get started. Step one is just looking for auditions, or you don't have to start big. Never despise the day of small beginnings. Always find some way in, and then that'll lead to something else.
How do you handle when things don't exactly go as planned on stage?
Oh, hopefully you laugh at it. If it's totally horrific though, you're just going to look around and say, well, no one's dead. I'm okay. You're okay. And then just pick it up again. Kelsey just laughs, he forgot something. It's all right, live theatre folks, I forgot what I'm saying. What am I saying? Oh yeah, and then started again. That was the biggest lesson for me. He looked completely unfazed. I was like, well, I guess that's where I need to get to. I try and make something up and keep going. But there came to a point in Mary Poppins I couldn't remember. I didn't really know what to do to get out of the problem. I was up to someone else. I've done it so many times, I didn't know how to improvise out of it. Anyway, it just happens. You just get on. You laugh at it and you get on.
Anyone else from the back table?
Okay, in Finding Neverland at the end, when all the glitter comes up, that amazing effect is so emotional for the audience. How much glitter do you get on yourself?
I choked on it once.
But it's breathtaking and so emotional. I mean, what are you going through at that point?
I'm imagining what it's like for someone who, I think about my mother every day, and I think about the people that didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or who couldn't imagine what it's like for them to go somewhere else or be gone. And I think about that every day. I think about the people out there that don't, and it affects everybody at some point in their life. So I think about that every day. And so it is emotional for me, but it's optimistic too. And it's doing this every day has healed me of a lot of things. So it's nice to imagine that you go somewhere else and that it's as beautiful as this. And actually, a little boy I knew lost his mother, and there's one thing that she wished, she hoped that when she goes that it's exactly like that. And so I hope at some point when people move on too, they imagine that imagery. They're like, I want to go out like that. You know? It's optimistic, I hope. But the glitter. Totally choked on it one night. It went all the way down on my windpipe, and I was gagging. I was trying to hold the moment, I didn't want to ruin it for everyone, but I was going to die at the expense of this moment. And it felt like the longest time I couldn't breathe, and then I threw up and it got because I was totally choking.
Live theater, right? So, Laura, where can they all find you on social media? Because now everyone uses social media. So you are?
I'm on Instagram the most, Laura Michelle Kelly. And then the other one is Laura M. Kelly on Twitter. I'm not really on Facebook. I don't get on with that one.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, I know.
But she is awesome. Do any of you guys use Periscope? A few of you? She has some of the best backstage Periscopes from Flying Away. I mean, I cannot stop watching them. They are so hilarious. And you also have special guests that are usually on them as well.
They just show up.
And you guys can ask her questions on there as well. But make sure to follow her. We are so happy to have her today. Folks that are on Periscope, we want to thank you so much for being a part of the Q&A. Make sure to follow us. And if you have questions for Laura and I, you can email me at contact@broadwaybuzz@gmail.com. And for all of you, Laura's going to come around and say hello to you guys real quick. We want to take a photo and everything. But let's give her a big round of applause. We're so happy to have you here. And guys, enjoy your main courses, all right?
It looks so good. Yeah, we can do pictures after.
Yeah, we can do that as well. So listen, you guys eat, and then she'll stay for a little bit, and then we'll do photos and stuff. Okay?
Yeah,
So enjoy your
eat
meals.
dinner and I'll be right back.
Guys, I hope you had a lot of fun. Make sure to follow us at Broadway_Buzz, and thank you so much, Laura.
Bye.
That's her.